So welcome to the stream. Today we're recreating Terraria features. So we played Terraria on Friday. So today we'll be recreating one of my favorite weapons, a cool accessory, like two cool accessories actually, and any other ideas that we get from the chat. And then I'll go over this after a bit later. I gotta turn up the volume on my end. Okay. There we go. Now I can hear the game. Alright, hold on a second. I gotta set something else up. But yeah, we played on Friday. We streamed for like about 3 hours. I just have to make sure I could see something. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I can see something. Okay, now I can set my thing to full screen. And we should be good. Alright, so for the Star Fury, this is some pixel art that I did like back in 2019. This is a tutorial on how to do pixel art. So pretty much the way I did this is I use sticker panel, and you pretty much just set your thing to small grid. So I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I just wanna like show y'all like how I did it. So you just set your thing to small grid. You could set your background to black. There's two tutorials I followed. One of them didn't mention that, but I guess you could set your background to black. So to make it easier for yourself, you can make a color palette first. The colors actually show up better if the background is black. But like you can make like a color palette using like a reference from online. So I just like if you're like on the Terraria wiki, you could like find the right colors, and then from there, and of course you would need black, but like I said, I already made it. I'm just showing you how, like, if you wanted to make your own pixel art, this is how you would do it. So you would have a photo for reference. You don't have to import it into the game or anything. It's just pixel art. But like you would have a photo for reference. I should have made that thicker. And then you would just create it, take a picture of it. But yeah, like I said, the full tutorial, it's on Dance87's channel. There's another tutorial that this dude Side Daddy did. I think that's his name. He did like one little Planet 3 tutorial. He live streamed it on how to make pixel art. So yeah, I used Dance87's tutorial though to make this. Like you do it and then you like cover it in like a block. Alright, so this is the power up. I mean, we're gonna make this into a power up. So unfortunately we can't make this any smaller because the corners shrink. I'm thinking maybe there's a way around that. Like I tried using the twist glitch. So what we're gonna do instead is we're just gonna make like an outline of this. And then we should be able to shrink it. Like we can't shrink it too good because of all the pixels. So I'm thinking like if we make like a pixel free version, then it should be good. Cause I did that like earlier with the stars. So like the main focus is on the logic here. I don't want to spend like too much time on the visuals. But But yeah, like I said, main focus logic, and then after we do this, I want to see if this will work. This should allow us to like shrink it down more. I just gotta combine these two shapes. Okay, let me switch out a different view. So for anyone that just joined right now, we're making the Terraria from Terraria. So we're doing I made this pixel sprite like in 2019. That's why the sprite is outdated. Obviously they updated Terraria since then, but I'm using the old sprite just to save time. And right now I'm making it so like we could like shrink it down. Oh, hi Evan. I would have watched your other streams, but I wasn't on my phone to see the notifications. Oh, that's alright. I stream every Sunday. You probably already know this, but I stream every Sunday at 5, at least during the school year. Actually, since you're here, let me go over this. So check it. My next stream is either Mario Kart or Minecraft, depending on whether or not I could find the download code for Mario Kart. Like I bought when I got a second Switch, it came with like a Mario Kart download code. I'm not sure if that still works, but if not, we're playing Minecraft next Friday. And then on Sunday, we'll be creating features from one of these games. And then one more game after that. I'll do a poll next stream, so y'all could choose what game. And then during the school year, because I have like 3 or 4 games in mind. During the school year, I'll be streaming once a month because I need to focus on my grades. Like, I got like really good grades last year because I was like mostly focused on school. Like the years where I was focused on YouTube, I was not doing very well at all. But like this year, I actually focused on school, so I'm thinking of doing the whole streaming once a month thing. And then if I could get a new mic, then I'll try to make videos. I just need to focus on school as well. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to find a way to shrink this. This is a thin layer. That's probably why it's not combining. But yeah, we can't shrink this right now because of all the pixels. So I'm thinking of just taking a picture and putting it on here, and we should be able to, with no issues. And then the star should be a bit easier to do. Okay, yeah, like I thought, we could shrink this just a bit more, like just a bit, like not by much, but like at least it's not extremely like huge like it was here. And I do need to lower the brightness. So yeah, this is good. But yeah, I think this is the smallest we can make it, which is obviously way better than this. This is still big, but we could just pretend it has like a legendary modifier on it. Because like in Terraria, you could actually have like different modifiers on your weapons to make them larger. And then we would just do the same things for the star. For the star, in case you haven't played Terraria, when you swing your sword, along with doing a decent amount of damage, like you could get this sword in like early game. All you have to do is like, you could use like a potion, like I forget what it's called, but the potion that makes you go upside down. I used ropes. All you have to do is go up to a sky island and then find it in a chest. It does a decent amount of damage, but it also summons a star projectile that falls above your cursor. So like technically you could fight like 2 different enemies at once. So this is the thing that emits. So now we just have to make that smaller. And like before, we can't just shrink it because the whole pixel thing, I need this to be small. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna place the sticker on this. And if you joined late, I'm using the old pixel. Like I know Terraria updated the sprite, but when I made this back in 2019, the sprite was different, so I'm just using this to save time. think if I like split this in half, there's a technique that I use to get symmetrical stuff, because like I don't want to do the same thing twice and have it come out looking not perfect. So I think if I just like flip this, it should be, yeah, like that. I use that on like simple stuff, like when I'm making cups. Like I made this Kona ice thing that I posted on Reddit. I don't think I have it in my Puppet because I was dealing with this glitch. I don't know if anyone else's profile corrupts when they do this, but like apparently if you like save an object, if you have like a broadcast chip broadcasting like to like 50 different tags, your game can like corrupt. So like I simply just had to save it on a different profile. So like saving your stuff on a different profile is also a good way to protect your stuff from profile corruptions. If it's like smaller stuff, I make smaller stuff. Obviously saving an entire level in your Puppet would be crazy, but like maybe specific sections. If you use like the modular building technique that I come from C made a video about, you could save sections of your levels. That way if your thing corrupts, it's not really a big deal. So so it's not perfect, I know that. But the important thing is now we could shrink it smaller than we were able to shrink it before. So for those of y'all that haven't seen how the Terraria works, let me show you. So I'm on Reddit right now. It's on. Okay, yeah, y'all should be able to see this. Okay, you can. So yeah, this is how it works. Like this thing right here. This obviously it's been updated. But yeah, that little GIF right here, right there is how it works. So yeah, I think this size is good. Because before the size was like this and like I couldn't shrink it and that was a bit annoying. I think we need to make the start a bit bigger. But then after that we can start making the power up. But yeah, let me just copy and paste this. Oh yeah, I should set my thing to full screen so I can see better. Alright, there we go. Of course, need a power up handle. So right now I'm just testing to see how it looks on my hand. We're gonna add logic in a bit. I just want to see if it looks good. Like I said, it's too big, but we can't really make it any smaller without. I can make it a little bit smaller. It's pretty much the same size though. Okay, yeah, but either way, that's good. But yeah, it looks alright in my hand. I could have like corner edited it a bit better, but like, yeah, I want to focus on the logic. So alright, so the way it works is that there's like a cursor. That's wall jump, not sticker panel. I'm just gonna use a sticker panel to make the cursor, just so I have like more control over the size. Have you been keeping up with the development of Restitched? No. I mean, I sort of have a little bit, but not really. I saw that hour-long video that Plushy Pines posted about like the create mode, but like I'm not really like too active in the Discord server for that game or anything like that. But yeah, if you know anything about the create mode, let me know. Like all I know is that they're not gonna have sackbots, so that's a bit disappointing. I don't know if they're gonna have the controlinator though. Like from what I understand, it's gonna be like a combination of like Little Big Planet 1 and 2, but like mostly Little Big Planet 1. Like I see their posts on Twitter sometimes, but I'm not like actively looking at the development. Like if I play a different game that's similar to Little Big Planet, it would probably be Dreams, because Dreams is more advanced. So this is the cursor, the way it's gonna work. They said they're gonna do a wardrobe test sometime this year. That's cool. Yeah, I saw a screenshot. I don't know where I saw the screenshot or like when I saw it, but I saw a screenshot. Apparently, like there's different hats. Like they have like a baseball cap, which is cool. Like Little Big Planet has a baseball cap. But like what I like about Restitched is that like there's different versions of it, like facing the front, facing the back, or like the side. So that's cool. I think maybe they should like put all that into like one setting instead of having like different hats. Like there should be like a thing to like tweak the hat to decide like which direction it's facing. But I'm just glad they have like different facing hats. That's cool, because like Little Big Planet has like only 2 baseball caps, one facing to the side of it and then one facing to the front. So I think it's cool that they have like different variations of like the same thing for like customizing your character better. So the cursor. Because like the star falls above the cursor, so we need the cursor. I think in one of my previous versions I didn't have a cursor, I just had like an emitter by itself, but it like wasn't very realistic that way. I might need an anti-gravity tweaker. Okay, I don't. I'm gonna change my background to a different shade of blue. Okay, there we go. Now you can see it a bit better. Like I'm not making it full cursor. If I were, I would make it so it couldn't go outside of my screen. But I'm just like doing it for the ability. If it's like that close to my screen, I want it to be like a bit smaller, so I made it like that. Okay, yeah, this is good. I think we just need to lower the speed, but I think that's good. But yeah, if you've played Terraria before, you could like make suggestions. I only have like 3 ideas here, and like we might have time for like one more suggestion if anyone makes any suggestions from chat. But yeah, I used to play Terraria all the time when I was in high school. Like that was like my side game. Little Big Planet was always my main game, except for when I was in 5th grade, I played Minecraft more than I played Little Big Planet. But like other than Minecraft, like Little Big Planet's always been my main game. But my side game in high school was Terraria, and now it's Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But yeah, Terraria is a pretty fun game. People call it like 2D Minecraft, but it's actually like different from Minecraft because it focuses more on like the adventure aspects. Like there's a lot more weapons and stuff, and enemies to fight. Alright, so we need an emitter and I guess a remote tag sensor. So we're basically gonna have our power up. So when you swing the sword, so I'm gonna have a mover set to like, not a mover, a speed sensor. I'm gonna have a speed sensor set to like a small speed, like maybe 0.3. I'm just gonna set it left, right. So that when you swing your sword, activates that attack. I actually think I'll need a countdown timer, so it activates it for 0.2 seconds. I did something like this before, and that usually works best. Yeah, for anyone that just joined right now, we're making the Star Fury from Terraria. It's a cool sword because it shoots a star from the sky when you swing it. Okay, and I'll have to do I have to make this a physical object. I don't have invisible material, so to make this invisible, we're just gonna place an opacity tweaker on it. That's the material tweaker. And then I'm thinking of making maybe this thick so it could interact with enemies, but no, I'm gonna keep it thin because it just got off center. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it thin and then have a thick layer for collision, because that way it could go like it's supposed to like go through the enemies, like not on top of their heads. So the cursor is where it's gonna emit from. So it's gonna emit like off screen. So like I want it to be like fairly above the cursor. I don't think the lifetime really matters. I'll set it to like 10 or like 15, I guess. Emit once, so that when you swing it, emits once, and then wait, hold up, where's the cursor? Alright, there we go, it's right there. But yeah, I want it to be like above, like way above. And then I should capture this and we could test it out. We also have to add sound effects. Oh, I forgot to label this. Common mistake. Whenever I'm doing logic and I'm like in a rush. I'm not in a rush right now. But like, usually I forget to sometimes I forget to make sure the label is matching. Oh, I understand why. I'm gonna set it to 10 or 20 on screen at once. And this false speed should actually be higher, so instead of having it like naturally fall with gravity, I'm gonna have a mover set to like down. It's like right now I'm just using gravity to make it fall. And that's like not fast enough. There's like too much of a delay. But yeah, that should be good. Okay, speaking of delays, in the game there actually is a cooldown. It doesn't happen every single... When you swing the sword, there's like... Okay, let me see if I can remember how to do cooldowns. It's like a countdown timer, right? So let's say in the game, let's say it's like a 0.7 second cooldown. So like after it emits, I need a countdown timer for this as well. Okay, so like after that 0.2 seconds is over, then that countdown starts. I think I'll need a counter. So a counter set to 1. So let's see, it should reset. Gotta remember how to make cooldowns. I haven't done this in a while. There we go. That should be good. Maybe find a QC. Nope. Okay, looks like it's not resetting. Oh, because I forgot to reset this. That would make sense. Okay, now I'm just gonna open up the microchip. I have to zoom out. Like, I'm assuming the cooldown is activating. I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, something isn't working. Oh yeah. I think maybe if I add like a pulse, that would work. So that way it does it like the instant, instead of like just like me holding it down or whatever. I suppose if that doesn't work, I could just add a cooldown on the thing itself. I'll try that, I guess. I just haven't made cooldowns in a long time, so it's like not really like in my head like that. Yeah, this should work. I suppose I could put the cooldown on this if I really want to. I'm gonna add a countdown on this. Cause I feel like when it's flickering like that, it won't give it time to like activate. It's not a countdown, that's yeah, it's good enough for now, I guess. So for actually like damaging enemies, and there's some special effects, and I just realized I shouldn't make the cursor the same button as the aim thing. So if anything, I'm gonna make the cursor so like you have to hold L1 and do that at the same time. So, cause like the cursor is moving, so I can move the cursor, but like it won't. And I need an anti-gravity tweaker. And then after that, we're gonna do enemies that can get damaged by the stars, and as well as the visual effects. Like it's supposed to emit light, so I have to add that. You gotta do tweaker set to 40. I don't know why I set it to 100, but okay, here we go. So for the stars, gonna copy and paste. Then we're gonna set it to invisible. And we're gonna have a tag on this called stars. So this is what's gonna be colliding with the enemies. So I'm just gonna change the label, the thing to blue. Just to save on like, yeah. Just to save on tag labels. It should automatically update. Okay, yeah, it does, because I have that setting enabled. And I'm just gonna do the zombie costume. The zombie costume I got fairly recently, so I could sort by newest. I had it on PS3 ever since I like got the game. Like I don't know if this costume comes with the Game of the Year edition, or if I just got it separately. But like I've always had this costume. I just had to rebuy it for PS4, so I made sure to do that before the server shut down. I mean, not the servers, the DLC got listed. Some people say you could like still buy DLC. I don't know if that's true, because I haven't tried it myself yet. But like if it is true, like if you manage to like buy DLC after it was delisted, let me know. But yeah, we're just gonna do like an animation tweaker, I guess. I don't want them to die. Like we're just gonna do like a thing. Reverse like. And then start. A lot of people like using the, what's it called? Acrobatics too. I don't know why. But like I've seen people like doing that for like a hit animation. Also, the cursor should follow whatever layer the player's in, or at least the part that it emits from should. I'm just trying to figure out how to do that, like, independently of the thing. I suppose I could copy and paste this, but like, I move the sticker. So yeah, I'll remove the sticker. And then I'll just have a follower on this, so that way, and then I'll just set the follower to, not a follower, what's it called? I mean, I could use a follower, I guess. I could have it follow the center of that, if I wanted to. So yeah, I'll try that. Cause I really don't want to change the in and out. I don't want to like add in and out to that. So I just set everything to 100. And then I'll have another thing on here called store. And I'll set the tag label to purple. And I'll just have it set to follow this. Except I don't want it to follow that, I want it to follow the player. Or like be in the same layer as the player. Like I want to like glue it together, but like. Okay, I think I'll look at another idea. I'll test out my other idea. Like how if I have like the same logic. So if I have the same logic on this one, and then I just have like an extra thing where it's like a layer had in and out movement as well. I don't think this has in and out movement. But yeah, if we just have it follow the player, but like only do the in and out speed, I think that should work. Okay, yeah, it pretty much works. Like it stays in the same layer as me. I only want that animation to play it once. But yeah, if I attack this enemy, okay, yeah, that works. I just have to adjust the thing. Wait, what am I doing? That's the wrong thing. Play once. Yeah, and then I have to adjust the logic on the store so that it disappears. But like before it disappears, it emits light. So that's the way it works in the game. But yeah, let me just do the disappearing thing first, and then I'll do the light. I don't think the touching ground sensor works on objects, so I'm just gonna make a thing called ground, and then I'll place a layer of sticker pin along the ground. Like I'm pretty sure that option only works on players or like sackbots. Obviously, I don't want this to be touching it. It's gonna get destroyed right away if I do that. But yeah, when it's touching the ground, it waits, let's say 0.3 seconds, 0.4. I think 0.4 is enough time. Normally I would set to 0.1, but since it's gonna be emitting stuff afterwards, 0.4. Oh yeah, and good widget connections, yes, because we do have stuff glued to it. We could do fade. I don't know what the effect is in game, but we could do that. Oh yeah, and then I said I was gonna get rid of this cursor. This is invisible. But yeah, that's just the animation. If you actually want to add like an effect on this dude, obviously you would add like a counter. So just like a very simple health system. So like the weapon itself should do damage. So that's how I'm doing it. Orgate. So if you get hit by the weapon itself, which I need to add a tag on. And then I make this invisible. And then I just gotta recapture this and we'll be good. Oh wait, I forgot to add the tag. So we're called the sword. So when it comes in contact with the sword, so the way it works right now is when it comes into contact with the sword or the star, then it does damage. And the game actually does like twice as much damage as the sword, but since we're just trying to keep things simple here, I'm just gonna make it so it does the same amount of damage. Since I don't want to like use any math logic in my streams, unless there's like a tutorial on it, but there isn't any popular tutorials on how to do math. That's like Conference's lowest video, lowest viewed video. The feedback loop is useful, but like he just didn't like frame it in a way that interested LBP Planet's fan base, which is mostly kids. He was talking about addition and subtraction. He already has health system tutorials, but like the feedback loop is like his most popular one. So like it's sort of like a shame he didn't like frame it in the right way. That people like realize. So like a lot of people didn't realize how like useful it was. I mean like the older creators did, but like not the kids. Like it would be useful like in a lot of like zombie survivals to have like weapons that did like different amounts of damage, but I'll do repress. Oh yeah, I need a context, an impact sensor. Alright, so an impact sensor sets a weapon. Or sword, that's the label I was using. Oh yeah, and include touching so that it works for sticker panel. Work on actually fun loop when painting a level that isn't just spamming. Oh, that's cool. Is it on the, what custom service is it on? Is it on Bonsai or is it on Beacon? Or are you just like doing it for fun? I mean, I'm not on any private servers, I was just wondering. Maybe if I do join eventually, I'll check it out. Or you could like upload gameplay of it. Bonsai? Oh, that's cool. Workshop, Little Bit Workshop hosts their contests over there. So like if I did connect to custom servers, then I would probably join that one. So I could participate in the contest. But yeah, it looks like this is working. Alright, so let me recap what we just did. We did everything except the emitting light. That's the last thing. So the Star Fury, I did the pixel sprite, the old version, because I didn't want to like doing pixel art on stream would be just a bit time consuming, so I just used the old version. And then the light projectile, so we just got working. So now we just have to do the light. So like basically when it touches the ground, there's a reason I added a delay here, like a 0.4 second delay. I'm actually gonna boost that. So I want it so like when it touches the ground, it emits light. So I'm just gonna like, you just like the mod support. Oh yeah, that's cool. Like I heard that they like allow more mods or whatever. So like Beacon is like a bit strict with that, right? So yeah, that's cool. And there was like an unofficial DLC just released over there, right? Like the Spider-Man pack. I saw that on like someone's YouTube channel. I think Epic Little Bit Planet Time. So yeah, that's cool. And then I'm just gonna place a light on here. I started making more story-focused survival soldiers like even Little Bit Planet Vita. And every now and then I'll pick up my Vita and work on it. Might not finish it because it has complex elements. If you need any help, just let me know. Like my Discord is linked in my description. I mean, I won't be able to help like full time, like all the time, like every single second, and I think I'm busy with school. But like, if you have any like questions or whatever, I'll like do my best to like answer them. Like if I'm not like streaming, you could like message me on Discord already. Like my socials are listed in my channel bio. So I'm just gonna make a layer of like dirt. So I'm gonna use that Little Planet 1 dirt material. I just need something that could like, where you could like see the light easier. Hessian fabric. That's what they use as dirt. And Little Planet 1. So that's what I'm using here. Alright, so everything that's up here, I'm gonna delete that over there. Alright, there we go. And that should be good. Yeah, I just want to see if like I could see the light. Okay, there we go. To see it, it has to be in the front layer. And I'm just gonna make this invisible. So I'm just gonna have it so the light. Let me get closer so I can see that better. Like I want to be able to like, I think maybe I should make that brighter. Okay, yeah, this is good. So it just has to be like emitted like right on the ground for you to see it. So if I emit it right on the ground, whether it's on the front layer or not, you should still be able to see the glow. And I'm thinking about adding some effects like that. What's it called? Yeah, like those kind of effects. I think that would look nice. So when it touches the ground, it emits that. And let's say emits like 10. And it lasts for like 5 seconds. 5 seconds is good. I think in the game it like emits down a little. It like moves down. I love how LBP3 developer levels have fake lighting in most places. Oh, I didn't know that. Like, which levels do that? Because I actually like didn't know that. Like, what do you mean by like fake lighting? Like, I never heard of that. Okay, I'm just gonna have this follow the front layer. Or not follow the front layer, but like go to the front layer. Like, as soon as it's emitted, it should go to the front layer. Basically, all of them. Yeah, like, I think me and Molecule might have like fixed some stuff as well. Cause I remember I was like in the introduction level, and there was like certain stuff that I touched. Like, I was in the introduction level, and LBP Planet 2 was like in create mode, and there was certain stuff that I touched with my pop-up cursor that like caused me to like return the pod. Like invisible lights. Yeah, I've seen some invisible like note tools or like stuff that like looks like note tools. Like, before the note tool was added, they had like a thing that where you could like add text, but like if you touch it, it like forces you to like return the pod. Yeah, that's way too much light. It's cool though. I'm gonna move the cursor over here. And then I think I need to move that down when I emit it. Well, not down. Actually, I'm gonna just try making it so it doesn't emit so fast. So like maybe 0.5 seconds is a good delay time. By invisible, I just mean a light stuck to sticker panel that's invisible. Oh yeah, I figured that's what you meant. Like, it looks like sticker, like the thing that returned me the pod. Like, it looked like it could be sticker panel. The things that returned you the pod might have just been because they were made in an early version of the game. Yeah, I figured that. Like, I thought it was because it was like developer only stuff that the player wasn't supposed to like touch or like see, or at least like not touch with their pop-up cursor. Okay, so I'm thinking if I move this down, maybe that will work. Well, not down. Wait, what's it called? I was gonna place this on the front. So like one of these needs to be on the front, and then one of the other one needs to be on the top. Look, I just have to make that a bit smaller, like near the back, so it doesn't replace it. Okay, yeah, that's annoying. And then I'll try placing this on the side. Alright, there we go. That should work now. But yeah, I just wanted to like emit light. That's like in the front layer. I'll try capturing that again and hopefully that works. Because like maybe I just need to like capture it again. Okay, yeah, I think that works. We need to increase the speed a bit, but it works. Because like basically what I was trying to do is I was trying to make it so like when it emits you could see it on the top of the block but also on the front of it. But yeah. Oh yeah, I need to increase his thing. I need to increase his radius. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna re-emit it now. Now that should work better because I don't want like both of them to move. The crosshair is cool. Thanks. The way I made it, in case you weren't here for the beginning of the stream when I made it, I think. So basically, what I did is I just took the chalk sticker from LBP3 2. I think it's from LBP3 2. There's probably one you could find from LBP3 3 as well, but I just like stuck it on there like 3 times, so it was like thick enough. Cause like by itself, I was worried that it would be a bit thin, so I just stuck it on there 3 times, and of course I like rotated it. But yeah, I use a sticker so I had more control over the size, because like I feel like if I tried to make it out of the sticker panel, I feel like I would like reach like a size limit. So like I could do this and then like flip it, right? So if I did make it out of that's what I could do. But I was worried that I would like reach like a size limit. See, like I just did. Like it's invisible, I can't see it because I shrunk it down. So like I would only be able to make it that small. Even if I like rotated it, it's not even a like with sticker panel, like you could only shrink it down so much. So that's why I use sticker. I discovered that when I was like making my digital, what was it, my stopwatch. I was making like a timer, and like in order to make like the things like the circles that go in between like each number, I had to use a sticker. So like with a circle, it's like even worse because the corners shrink down really quickly. So yeah, that's why I use a sticker, so I don't have to like deal with all that corner stuff. I'm gonna capture it one more time. I hope it works this time. These aren't even like glued together. I think I just need to like change the setting, move to front, and then capture it, and it should be good. Okay, yeah, it works now. Like it emits it where it lands, but also like in the front, which is what I wanted. Alright, there you go. So I think that's pretty much everything. Like the thing, or actually there's just one more thing. I think I'm gonna have like these emit separately. That would make more sense, but like I wasn't thinking of that before because I was just like I was just trying to get the overall effect down. But like pretty much what I need to do is I need to place both a mover and a follower on here. Not a follower and not mover. Are you gonna make a level based stuff for these? No, I don't really make levels, so I don't really have much time to make levels, and I'd rather make like smaller stuff anyway. So like, but nah, I'm just doing this because it's fun. Like I like Terraria. So like this is like sort of like an improvement of something I made like 5-6 years ago. I'll show you the old version when I'm done with this. I'm pretty much almost done with it, but like I made like an older version that doesn't emit light and it doesn't like have a cursor. But yeah, I'm just doing it because it's fun. But like now I don't plan to make a level. I'm mostly gonna make like dance animations when I'm playing Little Bit Planet, like smaller stuff like that. My dance animations could be used in a level, and I did use them in a level, like my 4th of July level that had like music. I had like 7 songs, so I had like dance animations. But like normally I don't make levels. My most recent levels that I made back when the servers were up were like costume tutorials. So like the server shutdown didn't affect me too much since I can make costume tutorials on YouTube if I really wanted to. So I think I'm gonna have it moving down at like a fairly slow speed. So this is the one that's gonna move it down, and I think I'm gonna have the frequency. The frequency different. And of course I need the layer thingy. Not the layer thing, I keep calling it the layer. What's it called? The in and out mover. I hope that works. That just disappeared. Okay, yeah, that works. I'm just gonna save that to my puppet though. Since it's disappearing. And I'm just gonna emit it from my puppet in case that affects things. But yeah, that's pretty much the way it works in the game. Like the light goes down, and it's like a cool way to like illuminate, to like find caves. Cause like in Terraria, like everyone knows that the golden rule, the number one rule in Minecraft is like don't dig down. But like in Terraria, you can. You just can't really see where you're going, unless you have like torches. Cause like Terraria is a 2D game, so of course you could like dig down. You could see lava like right below you. Lava like glows in the dark, so of course you could see it. You can't finish levels in LBP3. You need the limitations of LBP3 1. Yeah, that I did a little bit of one stream one time. It was a bit frustrating because I hadn't played the game in like a bit, so like I sort of like missed the quality of life improvements that LBP3 2 added. Like apparently with the emitter, you can't emit stuff that's like not in like you can't like emit stuff off screen. Like so you have to like zoom out if you want to like emit something that's like on the other side of the level. So that was annoying. There were like other stuff like that, but like it is cool how like creators managed to make cool stuff given the limitations. Like LBP3 1 is like my favorite game if we're talking about community levels. LBP3 1 is my favorite game because it's like really cool how people managed to make like these levels with like quests and like without having like a lot of materials or logic. They managed to make like these really visually pleasing levels with cool mechanics. But like if you're talking about create mode, then LBP3 3 is my favorite game because the character animation tweaker and all the other cool stuff like power-ups. I don't really make power-ups too much, but like I'm thinking of like doing it a bit more. I want to make like 3D weapons like eventually. Like by 3D weapons I mean like weapons made with the decoration mount. Like this is fine, this is Pixel. This is fine. But like I want to make Terraria weapons. I'm not Terraria, Zelda weapons. And Zelda weapons of course look more realistic. But yeah, this looks good. This is pretty much what I was going for, so that's cool. Now I'll show you the old version. The old version, we could do like a compare and a contrast. Obviously the new one is better, but like in case you're wondering what the old version looks like, I still have it in my pocket. That's not it. That's something else, I think. Or maybe that's the new. I have it twice. I'm not sure this is the model that has the logic or not. But I'll check. Okay, yeah. That doesn't have any logic on it. And that's, yeah, that's the pixel. That's all the pixels. But yeah. So this one, I think after I finish my LBP3 1 level pack, I'll go into LBP3 3. Yeah, that's cool. LBP3 3 has like a lot of stuff. Like some people were saying they had like trouble going back to LBP3 1 and 2 because of like all the layers and stuff. But like, yeah. The old version is bigger because I tried to like, because you can't shrink down the pixels, so like I shrunk it down as best as I could, but like as you could see, like it gets distorted, which is why for this version I just like, what did I do here? I basically just like cut it. I just like traced over it with the material. I didn't really worry about the pixels too much. That way I had more like flexibility and like shrinking it and stuff. Because like compared to like, what's the size limit here? Yeah, this is obviously smaller than this one. It's still not small enough to fit Sackboy's hand perfectly, but like just pretend it has like the large or like the legendary modifier on it. But yeah, let me see how this one works. So yeah, I think you have to press R1. I'll set it to emit once, and then I'll capture it again. Okay, yeah, this is my old version, and you'd see that because I don't have a cursor, It like goes every which way. The only thing that this one has that the other one doesn't is sound effects, which I always forget to add when I'm creating. Like my very first stream, someone reminded me and I was like, thanks for reminding me, I always forget. But like I still always forget, like I'm aware of it, but like I still forget to add sound effects. And also it has like the star effect. I didn't bother doing that here because, I don't know, I mean I guess I could. I might do that real quick, add like an extra like, maybe some extra stars emitting from it. Because in the game it has like a trail of stars, but like yeah, it's too big because like I said, I can't shrink it down with all the pixels and stuff. That looks very buggy. Yes, that's why I did a cursor. Like let me show you why this one isn't as buggy. The reason why that one doesn't look as buggy is because I'm emitting it from a cursor, and this cursor doesn't rotate or anything like that. So the way it works, in case you weren't here for the beginning part, the way it works is that when I swing the sword, I'll open up the logic. I made it big because I was trying to add a cooldown, but I unfortunately forgot how to add cooldowns. So I haven't really done that in a while. But like the way it works is that when you swing it, it activates a tag for 0.2 seconds, and that tag activates a remote tag sensor connected to an emitter, and that emitter is on the cursor. So in the cursor, you can move it by holding L1, but like you can't rotate it or nothing. The rotation of the sword and the emitter being directly on the sword was causing the bugs. I've been said I mostly start projects just to see if I can figure out how to do something. So whenever I'm satisfied with what I was trying to do, it gets really difficult for me to actually finish the level. Yeah, I'm sort of like the same way. Like I start making like an ability or like an object or whatever, but like actually making a level out of it. Like I don't, like I could make levels out of my stuff, I just don't. Like it's cool. Like let me show you something I made. I made another Terraria inspired thing. But once I made it, I was like, oh, what's the point? I'm not gonna make a level out of it. I did all this. It's like something that's meant to be used in a level. I did like at least 2 other Terraria things. Here we go. This right here is a 20 heart health display. I'm not gonna demonstrate it. Let me just, basically you could like upgrade your stuff. Apologies for the amount of logic that you're about to see. I swear this took me like, I'm not gonna say how long it took me to do it because I wasn't actually like doing it like in the game. I was writing it out on paper. Yeah, Midi said that you should probably plan out a level on paper, then build out the level on large parts. Yeah. So like what I do, I don't plan out my levels on paper, but I plan out my logic on paper. So like I was really doing that like this morning. I was just like drawing out how to make a toe spin in Little Big Planet. I was just drawing out the logic for that. But yeah, I've heard that before, but like I do it for logic, so. Okay, so this is a 20 hertz health display. So basically the way it works is that you could like upgrade your I haven't done it in a while, but they should be turning gold. I don't know why they're not. But this is it's crazy. Like it's a bunch of like it's basically a bunch of like formulas that could change dynamically, and it's supposed to be turning gold. I forget how to do this. I have to actually. Wait, let me delete this and place it again, because I forgot how to do it, and I think I'm not supposed to, like, how is the thermometer not crying? Like, okay, so, let me just set this to preview, so I could select it easier. But yeah, in Terraria, it has a heart display, so I just made that, and then I realized I didn't even have a level to put it in. But yeah, I think I'm supposed to use the selector to adjust it. But basically, I did this in between classes, not in between classes. Some of my classes are really boring, so I need something to do. So I planned this out on paper. I didn't even draw out the logic. I wrote out formulas that's basically what this is. It's math. It's like you could do subtraction since LBP Planet 2's release, and then in later updates they added like math inputs to some of the other logic. Okay, yeah. So you could upgrade this because the way it works in Terraria is you could eat life fruits to increase your life if you're in hard mode. If you're in pre-hard mode, which is basically hard mode, it's not hardcore. It's basically when you defeat the wall of flesh versus not defeating the wall of flesh. Your world changes a bit. So when you eat life fruit, your heart's turning gold, and this allows you to, I guess, take more damage without dying. But yeah, pretty much just, yeah, apologies for all that logic. I know it's confusing. But yeah, you could decrease it in a like once I made it, I was like, why did I make this? And it decreases and subtracts, but like that's pretty much one of those things that I made that, but like right after I was like, why did I make this? I don't even have a level to put it in. But like it's cool though, it could work in a level. I just don't have a level to put it in right now because I don't really make big levels like that. But like this. But anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so I was doing a compare and a contrast of this. Like you said, this one is buggy, and it's because I have the sick. It makes sense though. Yeah. Like this one is buggy because like when you rotate it, it's the emitter is directly on this. Like I don't know if there's a setting, but it doesn't matter. Emitting it from a cursor is just better. So that's why I'm glad I did the cursor thing over here. Because it emits from this cursor. So a tag activates that cursor. And like regardless of how wildly I swing my sword, it always emits in a straight line because of that. But anyway, now we're gonna move on to the bundle of balloons. So we're not gonna do the pixel art. We're just gonna LBP planify the sprite. Let me show y'all what the bundle of balloons looks like. In case y'all never played Terraria, I'll show you. I'm gonna just change my screen. Okay, so this is the thing we made before the Star Fury. The bundle of balloons is kinda small. I realized that. Let me see if I can open it in a new tab. Okay, yeah, and it's still small. Let me see if I can magnify the image. Okay, yeah, that's the bundle of balloons. You should be able to see that. That's pretty much what we're making. So we're pretty much just making. That's what the sprite looks like. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be making in the LBP Planet next. So basically, the way it works is that you could do a quadruple jump. So you could jump normally. That's not jumping. That's dying. You could jump normally. But then you could like jump 3 more times, and there's like special effects like the sandstorm, blizzard, and then the cloud. The sandstorm and blizzard, it's like a trail of sand or like a trail of snow, and then the cloud is just like a cloud, like a rectangle cloud that emits below you. So for the balloons, I'm thinking we could use decorations. That way we don't have to like deal with like the size limitations that you get when dealing with objects. So for the decoration mount, like there's a balloon decoration. There's like at least a few. Like I think there's at least 2 balloon decorations. There's one from Adventure Time that has a face on it, and then there's one from the story mode. I don't know if I have that one, but I definitely have the one that's from the Seaside pack. So the one from the Seaside pack, like let me see if I actually have the one from story mode. It looks a bit different, but it might work better for what I'm trying to do here. Because it's like transparent. I mean, we could make the Seaside pack one transparent. Okay, yeah, there's this balloon. from the Stitchem theme. So we could either use this balloon, as you could see, I could like see myself in it, so like it has like a bit of like transparency to it. Or we could use the one from the seaside pack. I'll just sort by category so I could like find it faster. And with this one, I can't see myself because it's like more. So I think I'm gonna use this one. Like they pretty much look the same. So what is it, like 3 of them? So I need to make the strings first. There's a string decoration. I know there's a string connector, but like the strings for that look a little bit weird. Like the string connector. It's not really the look that I'm going for. Yeah, see, like I don't want it to look like that. So I think I'm just gonna use like the tweed, what's it called, the torn something. There's a fly while I'm trying to look. That's annoying. Hopefully it leaves by the time I watch a movie tonight. I don't want a fly interrupting my movie. It's bad enough it's interrupting my stream. Alright, it's not a huge distraction, but it's still like a bit annoying. I just don't want to be eating popcorn and then like a fly lands on my popcorn, so I'm gonna kill that after stream. So yeah, I find it funny how some most artists make duplicates of basically the same asset. Yeah, there's like 2 dice decorations. There's like a clear dice and then like the plastic dice. And then probably the most obvious example of that is these 2 spoons. Like I don't know what they were thinking. Like it's not even like the balloons at least make sense because it's DLC versus not DLC. But these are like the exact same thing except one of them says by Media Molecule. But yeah, I don't know what they were thinking here. And then technically this, you could already get this from the move pack. Or at least, the move pack, it's like 3 different runs. It's not lit. But this is color changeable, but it has like a bit of a texture to it. But yeah, I don't know why they were like two of the same spoons. The only difference is that one is made by Sumo Digital, and one says Media Molecule. So I don't know, maybe that's a hint that Media Molecule is working on this game at some point, but probably not. I don't know why it says that. Either way, the tweed or torn, it starts with a T. I know it's not called torn. It's called like something. Okay, here we go, string. I forget what I was thinking about before. Twine is the thing that I was thinking of. We could use this for the balloons, but I don't think it would work well because it's curved. But one time I was making a bow, and this worked pretty well for my bow. So yeah, but nah, twine wouldn't work here. We're using a string. Normally I would like center this, but like in this case, I don't think we would really like need to, because the way we're gonna do this, it's gonna be like. Let me actually take out a rotating disc. Those spoons could have been leftovers when they were delisting acids from P-beta. Yeah, it's still kind of weird how it says Media Molecule though. Like I don't think it means anything like at all. But like I just think it's weird. Okay, so this is the second way we could do this. There's a second way that we could rotate this string, because like it's a bunch of like 3 balloons, and one of them, okay, so 2 of the balloons, so I'm just doing the strings first. The strings, it's easy, it's just like this, but then there's one in the middle and it's like not straight up, it's like tilted. So there's 2 ways you could tilt stuff. I was using the rotating this, but there's a second way. I got this from LBP Planet Central, so shout out to LBP Planet Central for this tip. But pretty much what you do is you place a light box on the side of this. Media Molecule is the default text data when the acid is created. That makes sense. But like basically the tip, if you want to place something on the back of it, on the back of an object, or if you want to rotate it without using the rotating disc, pretty much what you do is you do this and set everything to 0 except for the brightness. Setting the brightness to 0 would like mess with color changeable stuff. But like, I'm just gonna take this here, so. And then you can rotate it, but you can also change the position in the layer, so that's cool. Oh yeah, and I need to make this invisible, because I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh yeah, that's the sticker panel that I placed this on. I don't know why that looks darker. I didn't know this was color changeable. That's interesting. That's why. But yeah, I didn't know that was color changeable. Apparently you could change the color. It works on decoration mouse as well. So in case you don't know what I'm talking about. I didn't know that. It probably says it. Like, does it say it in my Poppet? Like, I didn't notice it. I don't use this string very much. So I didn't realize it had that icon next to it. But apparently you could change the color of that string. So that's cool. Wait, I need to move this back a little bit. And just a bit more. And then I think we should be good. Okay, yeah. I think that's good. So then we just like make the balloons attached to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna look at the image one more time so I know what it looks like. Okay, so check it. There's like a wait. I'll show y'all again in case you forgot what it looks like. I'll show y'all. So like there's like a yellow, turquoise, and then blue. So yellow, turquoise, blue. The horseshoe, we're not making the horseshoe balloon. It just makes it resistant to fall damage. We don't even have fall damage in this level. So what is it? Turquoise, sandstorm, turquoise, and then blue. So if we just like, let's say this, let me see if it's like big enough. Like, yeah, we could make it smaller, but I think that's fine. I would just set my thing to full screen, so I set it out of full screen while I was like showing you all this thing. Okay, I think we'll make that maybe a bit smaller. So this needs to be a different shade of blue. I should have like set it to scale from top so it like automatically centered. I said I wasn't gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna do that now actually. I'm gonna set it to scale from top. And pretty much what that does is it makes it so anything that you place on the top automatically centers. So, or like it should center anyway. Okay, yeah, it does. And then I would just need to do the same thing for this one right here. So pretty much the way, let me actually rotate these at the same time. That would make more sense. So this should be centered now. Wait, why is it like tilted a bit? It's weird. But yeah, actually, I need to move this forward a bit. Or I can move the balloon back. Like the most important thing is that this is centered. And we can mess with the balloon separately. Because like when you're making power-ups, it's easier to make the power-up look good if everything is like in the center, because the center is where the power-up blaster handle is gonna go. I would say that's good enough, but like I don't want it to have like issues when I actually place it. Okay, that's closer than it was before. So now I'm just gonna alright, so that's good. So and then turquoise. And then the one in the middle should be this one over here. And then we'll have to glue all this together with sticker panel when we're done. So after we make the power up, we can make the ability. But like the ability is only active when like you're holding the power up. Oh yeah, have y'all like played any like good community levels lately? Like if you play on private servers or like if you download levels to your PSD, have you like played any like levels? Like right now I'm trying to like put together like a list of like levels I should play before like the summer's out. I'm basically just going on like Little Bit Planet Find and just typing in like random keywords to find like good creators. I mostly play Little Bit Planet 1 levels. But like I'll play any Little Bit Planet 2 levels if it has like a good story or like good visuals. Like one creator that I like, that I recently discovered. Let's see, which one did I recently discover? Let's see. There was this dude. What's his name? I forget his name, but like there was this. I forget actually. Wait, hold up. Let me look it up actually. There was like this level. I have like a whole thing where I'm like, Yeah, there's a lot. So like one level that I was like playing, I think I played this on stream. There was like, oh yeah, No Pegs Island. I played that. I know it's an old level that like everyone already played, but I didn't play when I was younger. No Pegs Island by Stress. I played that on my Little Planet 1 community level stream. But like some creators I want to check out that look interesting are Luggy, Ratboy 909, and then like Dazzle. So yeah, if y'all know if any like good creators, like let me know so I can add it to the list and play those levels before summer is over. But like only if they're like official levels. I can't play any private server stuff because I'm not on the custom servers. I can only like watch gameplay of those levels. And then this one is yellow. Yep, yellow. I'm thinking I could just use the same one and then the rotation should stick. Like it should keep the same rotation that I had. And the light is what I need to be changing the color of. Not the sticker panel. What is it? The light changes the opacity. I didn't know that. I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's a glitch or what, but that shouldn't be happening. I just gotta move that forward a bit more, and then I think I should be good. Or I can make it 2 layers and do it like this. I usually make it 2 layers anyway. I just didn't think I was gonna have to do that here. Oh wait, this is in the front layer. I should make this in the back layer so I have more room. But yeah, I think we almost got it. don't know if y'all ever tried to like join any like study groups in school, but I think one time I tried it and it didn't really like work out for me. Like I prefer to like study by myself, and maybe it's because like the one study group that I did join, like it was people that I like. Maybe it was because it was people I didn't like know too well, and there was like this one dude in my study group. This is for biology, by the way. So like biology, I wasn't doing too well in that class, but like I still prefer to like study by myself. There was like this old dude in the class. He wasn't creepy or nothing, but like I'm just not used to like going to college with people that are like older. Like I know that like some people wanna like do college as like older adults, but like I don't know. I was just like a bit weird to me. But yeah, he wasn't that old. He was just like 60. Apparently he wasn't in my biology class, but like he was like taking biology with like the same professor. So it's like that's how he got invited to like join. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Let me just set it in front view so I can see if it lines up. Everything lines up right. And now the only thing left to do before we make the ability is to place the power-up handle. So check it. The blaster handle is what it's called. Blaster handle, power-up handle. Just whatever it's called. It's in the collected objects. I think I just passed it. Okay, there we go. So if we make this invisible by placing an opacity tweaker on the blaster handle, and then after we place it, we just have to make sure it's in the same layer as the balloons. It's not an opacity tweaker, that's a physics tweaker. Actually, we'll need that a bit later for the third creation, but not right now. Okay, so now all I have to do is glue everything together. I'm not sure if I'll need sticker pin or if I could just do that without sticker pin. Okay, yeah, I think that's everything. So we just save it as a power-up now. So I'm gonna just take this. This is the old version of the Star Fury. That was like buggy. It wasn't rotating correctly. It wasn't emitting correctly. So I just want to see how it looks in my hand, and then we can move on to the logic. I think I put that in the wrong layer, but other than that, it looks alright. Okay, this is in layer 2, and then this is in layer 2. I'll try capturing it again. If it doesn't work, it's not a huge deal, because like the main focus of this, the main point of this is like the actual ability. Okay, yeah, it looks better now. I think it's because of the sticker panel. Like when you're capturing stuff with sticker panel, sometimes this is a bit weird. But anyway, when you're holding this, the way I'm gonna make it is I'm gonna make it so you could jump, and then after that, do another jump, and also you should be able to jump higher, because that's what the balloons do. The balloons make you jump higher, and then the different effects make different effects. The different colors make different effects come from your feet. So basically I'm just gonna add a tag. Wait, where is the thingy? Blaster handle thing just disappeared. Oh, wait, that's because I'm doing it on the wrong thing. I should probably delete that so I don't get confused. But pretty much I'm just gonna place a tag on here and call it bundle of balloons, and then I'm gonna place a broadcast chip elsewhere in the level. That way I don't have to keep recapturing this power up every time I edit the broadcast chip. And then I'm actually gonna delete both of these because having this in the level with a tag would actually cause problems. There was like a Density 7 video that people were having trouble with because he didn't like mention that. It was like his hookshot video, I think. He made a video on how to make a hookshot and like everyone was having problems because apparently like it used a tag. But like for the broadcast chip, it's like having two tags and then like having a thing to detect a tag. It could cause problems, so yeah. So when you have that active, I'm just gonna have like a microchip inside of this. So when you have balloons, and we set this like a really big radius. I don't want to set it to infinite, because then that would like mess with like other stuff in my level. Oh yeah, I forgot to, let me edit this and I forgot to capture it again. But you have to place the tag inside and then capture it. As well as deleting all of this. So yeah, now it works. So basically, I'm gonna have this connected to a microchip, and this is gonna be all the double jump logic and stuff. So double jump or quadruple jump. So this is like a triple jump, I guess, or like quadruple. Yeah, quadruple jump. So when you press X, the way a double jump works is that like when you press X twice. So we're just gonna need like multiple counters to detect when you press X 3 times, then 2 times, then 4 times. So when you press X twice, like let me show you how it works, in case you haven't played Terraria yet. So like there's like a thing for it. So the bundle of balloons. This is the bundle of horseshoe balloons. It doesn't have a GIF though, so I'm gonna show you the bundle of balloons. So here's the GIF. So probably the sandstorm effect is like my favorite because it has like a spin. And then it has just a trail, and then a cloud. But yeah, that's how it works. So we're gonna make that. I'm gonna do the spin first, and then I'll do this. Then I'll do the special effects. So for the spin, you could do a character rotation tweaker, but like there's another way to do it that makes it like reset properly, but I'm just gonna like do this to like test it. And then of course we need a countdown timer. So this should be that's a counter. And we need to see that a timer set the countdown and then connect that to a mover. this is like the thing that requires like a lot of fiddling, so I'm glad I didn't save. So I'm glad I put it on the broadcast chip instead of like saving it on the power up, because that would be like annoying if I put it on the power up and I have to like keep capturing it over and over again. So when you press this, activates a mover 0.2 seconds. In other words, it does a jump. So let's test that out. And I did it in the wrong direction. And I forgot to set it to countdown. Alright, so here we go. This should work. It works, except I forgot to wire this thing here. And of course we're gonna need a state sensor that's set to touching ground. So like this resets. And then it should spin. It should spin kind of fast. Like. Oh yeah, this needs to be in a microchip, else the angle is gonna lock. Like you see how I could like run normally right now. Once we add the character rotation speaker, it does that. Like we could fix that by using a microchip. And I'm actually gonna use a separate timer for the microchip. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. We just need an animation now. So the animation. Oh yeah, and I said it should make you jump higher. So to do a higher jump, all you need is a gameplay tweaker. And you just set it to like 150. Or like 120. I'm gonna see how 120 works, but I have to set this to owner. Or it's just not gonna work. FX owning character. But yeah, I'm gonna try 130. Or like 150 should be good. I just don't want it to like jump too high. And I need to set this 135. I don't want it to be crazy high. Okay, I'm gonna set some blocks for measurement. So let's see. So I just want to like be able to measure how high I'm jumping. So I jump about this high. So there's that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I want to be able to like jump the same distance. And I jump a second time. or higher. The same distance or higher would be good. So that just means I need to like lower the speed over here. So I don't want it to be too high. But yeah, that's good. So the animation that I was thinking of, I actually had an animation in mind for this. So check it. If you go to acrobatics 1. So acrobatics 1, not acrobatics 1, but like acrobatics 4. Let me actually get out of the Sackbot so I can know it, so I can show you, and so I know what I'm talking about. Cause I know it's in acrobatics, I just forget which one it is. Okay, yeah, I was right. I'm just gonna set this to my costume so I can see it more clearly. And I think this will look good. But yeah, I don't think we'll need any other animations. Alright, so jump and then spin. But yeah, for the special effect, and I feel like we should make that jump a bit higher. So for the special effect, I'm gonna show you that one more time, at least for now. So like, this is what it looks like. So that's the sand effect. So we're gonna be doing the sandstorm first. I imagine there's like different ways we could do it, but I was thinking of using like the sand. What's that? The dust material from LBP3. We could do that to recreate that. So like the dust material, it's an effect that was added in LBP3. I'll show you. So I'm thinking of maybe emitting that. I mean, there's other. Wait, my screen. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Now I can see. I don't think that I was thinking of using that material, but like now that I think about it, it like takes a while to form. I mean, we could try it, but like I'm just not sure if the animation. It's not even the animation speed. That's the problem. It's just like how long it takes for it to like form the actual cloud of dust. But yeah, I think this will work pretty well as an effect for like when we're jumping. So when we do the second jump. I feel like we're gonna have to lower this, but I think for now. But yeah, we will have to. Well, I'll lower it. If that doesn't work, I'll just get out of the Sackbot, because I know that's like, it needs to like emit below the Sackbot's hitbox. I mean the Sackbot's hitbox, so yeah. Lifetime. I think 10 seconds should be good. Maximum it at once, maybe 20. Ignore apparent velocity, yes, because if it didn't, it would like follow us as we're flying, which I don't want. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm just gonna test it, and then I'll show you what would happen if I didn't have that setting. Oh, that looks ugly. I forgot to set it to disappear. And now this should work. But yeah, as you could see, there's like no delay. The frequency is 0. That's why I didn't want to use the dust, because like the cloud of dust takes a while to form. Like it looks good, but like it. So yeah, we're gonna use something else instead. There's like other effects we could use, but like when you place it or like when it emits, it takes a while to form. I don't know if Steam has the same issue. But let's try that. It might have the same issue. It might not. But let's test it. Yeah, sort of does. It doesn't look as good. So we're just gonna use Cloud. Cloud doesn't look as good either. I'm gonna change the UV. I'll change the material later, but this is just for testing. And I still need something to use for Blizzard. But yeah, Cloud works perfectly, except it just doesn't look as good. Like, I'm looking for, like, it would be cool if I could use something in the effect category. And also it needs to be emitting closer to my feet. Let's see what could we use in the effect category that doesn't, like, have that. And maybe if we place an opacity tweaker on it, it won't look as weird. Yeah, I'll try using the UV tool on it one more time, but if not, I'm gonna have to like make my own texture using stickers, or like, I'm not sure if this will work if you increase like the UV. It's not color changeable, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I need something that's color changeable, like perhaps this. I don't know if this is black or... Okay, that would work. We would just have to copy and paste it a few times, but that would work. I thought it would look good copy and pasted, but no, it doesn't. Okay, what I was originally gonna do is just use sticker panel and then just copy and paste a bunch of lights, not lights. What's that called? Stars. I'm gonna place it big so I have more room to place the stickers. I don't know what the size limit is for the stickers, but there's like this star sticker, and I'm thinking I just copy and paste in that. So this could pass for dust if it's like small enough. So I'm thinking of using this. And then I could just change the color. And then change the size. And then this should work good. Okay, so this should work. It would be cool if it was animated, but like I guess it works sorry. And this should be good. Yeah, I feel like we need to add a sound effect to that to make it sound better. So even if it's like just like a simple swoosh. Okay, so that's the double jump. Now all we have to do is the triple jump and the quadruple jump. I'm just gonna organize the logic a bit. Okay, so this is gonna be the quadruple jump. So pretty much when you press X 3 times, then it should activate another mover. And I'm gonna test it out before I do any special effects. So I'm gonna test it. I feel like I need to make that a bit higher. Yeah, and then of course I would add the swoosh sound again. And this time there's a blizzard effect. There's no spin this time though, because the blizzard doesn't have that. It's only the sandstorm. I was trying to showcase what my mermaid tail costume looked like. I like wearing any costume piece that like in Terraria. In Terraria, I like wearing any costume that like hides your feet. So the creeper costume, the Dajon's curse costume hides your feet. The mermaid tail was like the first costume that like did that. So like I used to rock like an Eskimo hood, Eskimo coat, and the mermaid tail, and I like dyed it all acid blue except for the Eskimo coat, which was acid green. And like when I like did the sandstorm jump, it just looked like it looked really cool. Cause like the tail will like turn as well. So if I just copy and paste this and make it blue, light blue to be exact. And that should look good. I'm actually do this for the effect, just so the effect activates for 0.5 seconds. Now I'm gonna test it. So I need the balloons to test it. So sandstorm, blizzard, and it's good. I thought I connected the thing to the reset input. I guess I didn't. Oh, I remember now. I accidentally like removed it or something. Wait, no, this shouldn't need to be reset. 'Cause it's just a countdown. Oh, I remember now. It's this that needs to be reset. Yeah, neither of these need those because it like it automatically resets since it's just like counting down. But like, alright, so we jump, sandstorm, blizzard, and now we just need one more jump. And both of these need to be like closer to like the player's feet. So the sandstorm effect, both of them use like the same stars. If anyone joined and wasn't here for the creation of the effect, it's pretty much just like stickers on sticker panel, like the star stickers on sticker panel. It wasn't nothing crazy. Okay. And now we need one more. It only does that smoke effect if you do it like before. If you like, it doesn't do that normally, but like only when I like exit it. Like only if I like exit out of hover mode. But yeah, the last jump, the quadruple jump, is just gonna be emitting a cloud. So we set this to 4 and make sure all the same logic is connected so that it works properly. And now we actually get to use the cloud material that I was talking about before. So we're gonna make it a little bit blue. I think it would look better if it was like tinted blue a bit. Okay, like that. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to show you what would happen if we didn't set inappropriate velocity to yes. So I'll do that after I capture the cloud, because like that does have an actual use. Okay, so we did the triple jump. Now we're doing the quadruple jump, or like we're testing it. That only needs to emit once. And I feel like I should set this to like halftime. Alright, there we go. I think maybe we'll keep it at 1 second. I feel like this is the one time we're having it set to like dissolve would actually look good. Since it's like sort of like a cloud anyway. We just gotta get rid of the sound. I don't like the sound. The way you get rid of a sound, like the destroy sound, is by just setting like any sound and setting it to 0% volume and then setting it to on destruction. So now the sound shouldn't happen anymore. Now it destroys without the sound. Alright, so I'm gonna show you what happens if we didn't set parent velocity to yes. So if you didn't set it to yes, the blizzard should look all messed up. See? It like does that. It like follows us. So that's why we set parent velocity to yes. So like it doesn't do that. Because it looks a bit weird, like it's following us. I'm gonna test this out one more time, and we're gonna do the water walking boots. And also, I'm gonna show you what it, like I showed you already. So one last time, I'm gonna show you what it actually looks like in the game. So like, here's the GIF of him doing it. But yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. As you can see, the spin effect is only for the sandstorm. The rest is just like normal. And then here's what our version looks like in game. So yeah, what if I have to change my screen? Okay, there we go. And then of course, if you want to, we could like change the jump height. So the initial jump I had it set at like 135. We could change it to 150. And then if we wanted to, we could like set these to like 8 or like 8.5. Let's make it jump higher. So yeah, I'm gonna see what that looks like. I think if I did that, I would have to change the lifetime. Not the lifetime. The max emitted. I set these to 20 or something. So that the trail stays longer. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously in the game you would take fall damage if you did that, but luckily Little Big Planet doesn't have fall damage. But yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I think I might actually like save that to my pocket. Like I've never made a quadruple jump before. Like I knew it was like simple. Like all of this is just like more counters. Alright, cool. So now let me just show you this. Okay, so here's everything we made so far. For anyone that joined late, let me show off the Star Fury. So we basically made the Star Fury from Terraria. So let me change the layer so it actually does it correctly. Alright, so it could damage enemies. So you don't have to be near the enemy. Of course you could damage the enemy normally. But let me go over there. His health was like already low. It could damage enemies, or you could just swing your sword if you want to damage him. Or you could also do it with the star, which is cool. I don't think the star is emitting the red layer. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then what we did is we made the bundle of balloons. So we did the quadruple jump, and we did the visual effects, and we did sound effects. So now we're making water walking boots. So to walk on water, I don't want to add any extra water to my level, because then that would just kill the sackbots. Any sackbots in my level would be killed. So we're just gonna do floaty fluid as water, and we're just gonna change the color to like something more blue, like something more blue that would actually like be in Terraria. So I think Terraria has like what, this shade of blue water. The water color changes depending on the biome. We're just gonna place some grass around it. So we're not gonna actually make the boots. There isn't a boot power up, unfortunately. But we're just gonna make the actual ability. So like normally you could like swim in this water, right? But actually in Terraria you can't swim at all. The water is more like something that you like fall straight through. So So like this is pretty much the water in Terraria. You just fall like straight through it. But if you have the water walking boots, you're able to like walk on top of it. I'm actually gonna do the water effect. The water effect material will look obviously better here. It's not the way it looks in the game because it's like, I mean, I guess it sort of is. It's just not as fancy because it's like pixel art. But yeah, in the game you would pretty much like just fall straight through it. And then I think there's like something where it's like, I'll place a broadcast strip and set it to like all in the context so y'all can see what I mean. So if you did like anti-gravity tweaker, there's like a dampening effect so you could like jump but like very slowly. So like when you're falling, the fall speed is like a bit slower. Cause like you're in water, so. Oh wait, I forgot to set it to include touching. There we go. But yeah, it's not that slow. But let's say it's 50. But yeah, the fall speed is like a little bit weird when you're like underwater. But like you can't really jump out of the water unless you like you build like blocks. You can't really swim unless you have like the flipper accessory. But like if you don't want to like sink and be stuck here forever, then what you could do is use water walking boots. So for water walking boots, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna do a separate broadcast strip, and then just place this in the center. So I don't have to set it to infinite, because I would just affect other stuff from previous streams, and I would get confused when I did like future streams. So if you want to walk on top of this, what you do is you add a thin layer of cardboard and make it invisible, and you make it so only players that have like the ability could walk, and the ability is just gonna be something you could like toggle, like let's say on and off with L1. So if you make this cardboard invisible, it will look like you're walking on it. And then we'll need a physics tweaker as well to make it so it only collides with sackboys that have water walking boots. So I accidentally placed the physics tweaker earlier, then I said we're actually gonna need this layer, just not right now. And now is the time that we're gonna be using the physics tweaker. So the collisions, tagged objects, and then water walking. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it so when you press L1, it toggles it on and off. So we need to set this to receiver, controlled by nearest player, and then we need to toggle in the tag. And we need to set this to static or GUI or like one of these two. So like if I start with this on, if I have it off, you see I go straight through it. I'm actually gonna like build like a little like staircase or ramp so I could like test it easier without that happening again. Alright, there we go. So when you press L1, you could toggle water rocking on and off. But the way it actually works in the game, so like I'm just having L1 represent whether or not you have the boots. Right now I have the boots. And let's say if I were to unequip the boots, I would just fall straight through. But the way it actually works in the game is that it turns off. But like when you have the boots in, when you're not pressing that down button, the down button, obviously we can't actually use the D-pad in create mode because you know that's for hovering. But like if we were using a sack bar, we could do that. We're just gonna use the down on our joystick. So when we're not pressing down on our joystick and when the boots are on, I want to detect down to detect the specific direction of down. It would actually need a direction splitter, so negative would be down. So when we're not pressing down and when we have the boots, then it counts as water rocking. So now we have the boots, we'll not press down. You can't see the control meter, but you see right there, like I pressed down. And it made me sink. Actually, to make it so that like when you're not in the water, it shouldn't detect it when you're... Something that I learned like a while ago, like from Reddit, is that you can't place an impact sensor on the material itself. Like you have to, if you're trying to detect something, you gotta place it on sticker panel. So we're just gonna change this to sticker panel and place like a tag on it, so we can detect the collisions with. Wait, no, that does work. I was thinking about lava. This should work though. Like if we place it, it's only what I said only applies to like materials that are like decipherized. But like if it's like naturally. If it's like naturally not collidable, then this should work fine. Someone just added third port. And when you're not colliding with water. I guess we could make like a thing. There's another way to do this. Let me just zoom out so I can see. Yeah, I think the way I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna place sticker panel above it and detect your collision with that. So like when you're like in the ear. Cause I don't know why that didn't work. I guess I could have it detect when you're like moving up. like either moving up or moving down. Or like specifically like when you're not moving down, I guess, or like when you're not moving up. Yeah, Brooks is just like a bit like twitchy like that. It's weird. Okay, so yeah, if we take the boots off, we sink no matter what. But if we put the boots on, then we can walk on water unless we press the down button. So let me just explain how that works. So check it. I guess I'll reorganize my logic. So check it. Alright, so basically the way this works is that like it allows you to walk on water, but only like when these conditions are met. So check it. When the water walking boots are actually on, you can walk on water. When you're pressing down on your joystick, or like when you're not pressing down on your joystick, you can walk on water, because pressing down allows you to actually go in the water when you have the boots on. And when you're like above the water, or like actually when you're not above the water, so when you're above the water, then you can walk on it like so that you don't collide with the surface like when you're below the water, like when you're actually in the water, and when you're not moving up. So like if you were to press down, then it would like just drop you down, because the endgame would be deactivated. And in Terraria, you can't actually like swim unless you have the flippers, so that's why you would want to avoid going underwater, because you wouldn't be able to get back up, unless of course there was like a thing for you to get back up like this. And you can build underwater. It's just better not to get stuck there in the first place. So that's why there are water walking boots. There's also lava walking boots, and those grant like 7-second immunity to lava. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we pretty much did everything. So let me just recap and also go over my stream schedule for like next weekend. So like next week on Friday, we're either gonna play Mario Kart or Minecraft, whichever one I could find the download code for. So Mario Kart, I have the download code. I'm not sure if I could find it though, or like I don't know if it still works. If not, then we're playing Minecraft, and then we're gonna be recreating one of those games on Sunday, and then one more game after that. So I'll have a poll next stream. Y'all will get to choose. I have like 4 games in mind. Y'all could choose next stream, and then the school year, or like not next stream, but like next Sunday. Then during the school year, I'll be streaming once a month since I need to focus on my grades. My grades were really good last year, since I was focusing on school. The years that I focused on YouTube, my grades were not good at all. So like I'm prioritizing school now this year, like I did last year, so I can continue to get good grades. So like, I got like A's and B's last year, which is good. Mostly A's, only 1 B. So yeah, streaming once a month, so I could keep up those good grades. So we made a Star Fury. It's the pixel art sprite. If you play Terraria, you might like think, oh, this is outdated. Like this is like from 1.3. So I haven't played since 1.3. That's why I made this in 2019 before the Journey's End update. So I just used this to save time. There's a Pixar tutorial on Density7's channel. So that's how I made this back in 2019. And then it summons a star projectile above the cursor. I made a cursor out of a sticker panel so that I could like have more control over like the size. And I made it so basically you could damage enemies without standing like right above them. You could damage enemies with your sword as well. But you could also like fight enemies from like afar without actually like being right next to it. So yeah, I'll showcase that one more time. And there's also some light that emits from it. So like you can move your cursor if you hold one. So like it does damage like that, but also does damage if you hit it, or if a star falls on it. And when the star falls, it emits light like it does in the game, and that could be used to like find the caves, since the light travels straight down. And the second thing we made is the bundle of balloons. So we a little bit planified this, but we didn't do Pixar here to save time. And then we did it was a quadruple jump, so like the first jump was normal, then sandstorm, blizzard, and the cloud. So let me showcase that. So we made it so it only does it when you're holding the balloons. So we do a normal jump, which is higher. Well, I mean, it's not really normal if it's higher. So like we do a normal jump, blizzard, okay, so this is the sandstorm, blizzard, and then cloud. Okay, cool, it does reset properly. But yeah, that's pretty much all we did for this. Like that's all that. It wasn't like too many special effects. So like it doesn't have the spin for the other ones, because in the game there's no spin for the blizzard and a cloud, and I was trying to make it accurate to the game. So this one, so high jump, sandstorm, blizzard, cloud, and then a quadruple jump. And I did all this on the broadcast chip, so I didn't have to like keep copying and pasting it. Like all the logic for the jumps is on the broadcast chip, and the broadcast chip just broadcast to whoever has that power up. So I just like put a tag on the power up and use the remote tag sensor to detect that. The water walking boots allow you to walk on water, assuming the boots are actually on. If I take them off, then you won't be able to walk on water. And like in the game, you can't swim. You just have to like build your way out of the water. But if you have on water walking boots, then you can walk on the surface of the water unless you press the down button. The down button allows you to do water. But then you could just like, and of course you could still jump on top of the water. So yeah, that's pretty much all we did today. We did 3 Terraria features. We did my favorite weapon, a cool accessory, and then an accessory that I used before I had wings in the game. And then we made the water walking boots, which is something I just thought was like sort of cool. So check it. Like I said before, next stream is either Mario Kart or Minecraft, and then one more game after that. And then I'm back to my once a month schedule for during the school year, so I could focus on getting good grades and all that. So yeah, thank you everyone that joined the stream. I'll see you next week on Friday and Sunday. So yeah, thank you for joining the stream, and have a good day or a good rest of your night, whatever time of day it is. And yeah, thank you for joining.